All right, we are on the air. Hey, good morning, everybody, and happy January 5th, 2024. It is Friday. Thank God it is Friday. I'm Terry from Cast Metal, and this morning I have a single review for you. And by the way, this is episode 3. And as I'm moving along, everybody, it's just a reminder that I am currently working in a beta mode type situation for probably the next 2 weeks. I'm cleaning up my planning system. I'm cleaning up a whole bunch of different things and my slides and even my YouTube interface, for example. I don't even fully know my way around YouTube at this particular point. So I'm hoping that everyone bears with me because I'm looking at trying to improve my game, one or two small things every single day. So, yeah, we are a work in progress. This is the beta version of episode 3, and I'm going to do a full metal review today. I'm only going to do one. I'm planning to do 3 a day in the future. But this morning, I was looking on Apple Music. I do use solely Apple Music, by the way. And I saw a very interesting band who I've never seen before, and they are called the Odd Even. And the album is called Darkness. And I said, it looks really, really good. So I figured I'm going to review it. But before I review it, I wanted to share with everybody exactly what 3 albums I think that I'm going to be banging to a little wee bit after work today. I do have to work from 8 o'clock till 4 o'clock today. I work in a factory, by the way. So I think that during lunch hour and I think that after work, I think I'm going to dig out some Archspire. I love Archspire. Technical death metal. And I think I'm going to do Jesus Peace. They are fantastic metalcore music. I think also, too, I'm going to do Dying Wish. I'm really, really feeling some Dying Wish lately. And if you guys haven't heard of those before, it's Archspire, Jesus Peace, and Dying Wish. Try them out. There is plenty of growling and plenty of speed and thrash and power going on with all 3 of those bands. And so I'm also going to send out a question of the day. My question of the day is, how many of you work in a factory and love metal music like I do? Yeah, that'll be my question for the day. All right, so let's move on here. We are going to move into the Odd Even, the band Odd Even. The album is Darkness, and we're using my actual full-length planner. We're giving this a test run today. So, all right, bear with me. Okay, so, all right, let's start off with the artwork. So I've never heard of the Odd Even before. I have no idea what they're about. The album cover looks great. It's a black and white and gray artwork, and there are 10 tracks of various lengths. They are up and above 4 minutes per track. I have no idea what to expect. Looking at the album cover and the song titles before I listen to the album, I'm thinking that this may not be anything in the realm of death metal or deathcore or even heavy. It's possibly mainstream, just looking at those titles. Before I begin today's review, a reminder that I use 9 different categories, rules, or criteria during listening to describe what each album sounds like, and I keep it simple. I also give a brief overview of each track, and then I give a summary afterwards. Hopefully that makes sense to you. I'm trying to be very thorough with my review. So, during listening, okay, I've already listened to this, by the way. And so, while I was listening, I filled out my planner. So, recording and sound quality. It is very, very clean recording, so it's not annoying with any distortion or anything like that. It's not a cheap recording. This is actually a high quality studio recording. It's clean, but it's not I didn't find it very loud or punchy like some of the other, the heavier genres and so on and so forth. Next, um, production and musicality. So Odd Even have a very refined sound, okay, and it is very well produced. The next up is the energy factor, and the energy is very solid and deep indeed. Uh, Rhythm and tempo has really good smooth changes throughout the entire album. That's what I found. The lyrical and the theme, with tracks like Whiskey and Wild West, to me it says like Southern rock or metal. And this category, I like to kind of pick on Apple a little wee bit because they seem to slide things in the wrong genres and so on and so forth. And quite frankly, I'm not sure if Odd Even belongs in the middle section. I could be wrong. Could they go mainstream? If they are not already mainstream, they would be right at home on rock radio. I really have never heard of them again, and I haven't listened to rock radio in years. They are groovy, but they are mellower than Five Finger Death Punch, to be very honest with you. The range and flow, the album is very consistent. All the tracks are very good. So, yeah, it's good. The whole album itself, it flows well and it tells a very good story. This is the most important category, guys. It's who do I find that they're similar to? And if any of you remember a couple of bands called Days of the New from the 90s or Monster Magnet, the vocalist especially, they sound a lot like that. If you are a devoted deep growl death metal guardian exclusively, that type of person, this may not suit you whatsoever, okay? So let's move right along. I'm going to move into individual track descriptions, okay? And it's a breakdown of each track. And what I'm going to do is to manage time, everybody. And to prevent mispronunciation and any other controversial issues, like I have trouble pronouncing French tracks or German tracks or other European languages and stuff like that. I just go by numbers. I hope that suits you well. So, I only interview up to 10 tracks on the album. So if there's 12 or 15 tracks on the album, that's going to kind of be up to you if you want to take my idea of adopting the album and checking it out for yourself. Track number 1, I describe it as melodic, profound, and deep. Track number 2, I will go with rangy, grinding, and rhythmic. It's a little bit heavier. Track number 3, it's mellow, yet lyrically it's very satisfying. I love the slide guitar work. It lends this whole Southern rock routine, as I mentioned earlier. Track number 4, it's just a very short instrumental build-up for the next song, and it's got all kinds of rangy different sounds to it. Track number 5, it is more up-tempo with really good bursts of energy. I enjoyed it a lot. Track number 6, mellow, but it has really great solo guitar work. I love the song, actually. It's a very, very good song. Track number 7, I marked down that it has great guitar attack and harmony. It's got a certain heaviness to it, too. Track number 8 is all over the place, but it's in line with the other tracks. Track number 9 is I think it's only about 35 or 40 seconds. It's a precursor to the next track. And finally, track number 10, it's actually very heavy, and it's a great song, I think, for the road. The solos are really big and bright. So also too, during listening, okay, I have singing and vocalizations. I would describe them as a very mainstream sound with very likable vocals. He doesn't overextend his vocals and is very well matched with the overall sound. Guitars, Again, some slide guitar action happening. It's got that Southern style sound. It's big solos and very, very nicely matching rhythms. Bass guitar, I wish the bass player kind of had a bigger role, to be frank with you. The drums, very clean, very crispy, but they're not powerful or anything like that. I didn't find that there was a lot of bass with this recording. I love bass and rhythm, so I'm going to go off on that, but the overall sound was good. Any additional sounds? Overall, I kind of get this vibe that this whole thing is themed around like space travel. And I thought that was really, really good. I did enjoy the album. I can't say that enough. And so, in summary, I was expecting something a little heavier. I always do when I go into the metal category, and that's my hope. They are metal, but definitely a mainstream radio worthy band. And I'm thinking to myself that they probably are. My favorite tracks, all the tracks were quite good, but track 10 was my favorite. I think it was called 100 Monkeys. Emotionally, was there a goosebump factor? I'm going to say it was a great way to start my morning. Actually, I found it really soothing. How's that sound? It sounded soothing. It was really good. So, food factor. If it were food, it would be spicy Tex-Mex. It's definitely very southern. Shades, it's on the brighter side of gray, if I had to describe it in shades. Color, if I had to match this band with a color, it would be sky blue. Would I hide it from my wife? Definitely not. I could see this actually making its way into our road trip plans. And finally, the moment everyone has been waiting for, is it going into my library? The music is absolutely excellent, but no. I've heard a lot of very similar music to this, and they are a very good band to boot, but no. I really am on the search for more in my particular situation. So anyway, that's it, everybody, for today. That is my third review. That is episode number 3, Full Metal Reviews in the books. So that's it for today, my friends. And finally, if you like what's going on, don't forget to subscribe, engage, and remember to support your live metal artists. Make sure you stream their tracks, buy the merch, go see them live. Whatever you can do. Our bands need us, and we love our bands. So with that said and done, everybody, I bid you adieu. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.